All right, distributive property again. This is 1,7. All right, a couple things we need to talk about first are some definitions, and we're going to talk about a term. Term is a number, variable, or product of a number. And one or more variables. Please fit. Term. All right, so based on that definition, somebody give me an example of a term. Good. 6. Because it says the term is a number, doesn't it? Somebody give me, Taylor? Good. X. Anybody else? How about 6x? All right, isn't that a product of a number and one or more variables? A number next to a letter means to multiply. When you multiply two things, it's a product, isn't it? What else, Sarah? Good. 6x squared. Dan? 6xy. AB. Isn't that a term? Okay. You get the idea? Okay. A constant. Constant is a term that has no variable. A term that has no variable. So let's do an example of a constant. Good. If this right here is a term, right? What's an example of this term without a variable? Dan? Well, the squared is attached to the x, so just the 6. Okay? -12. Those are constants. And when we put it into an expression, it'll make a little bit more sense here in a second. All right, so you got a term, you got a constant, and then coefficient. A numerical factor of a term. So an example, if you got 7a to the third, the 7 is the coefficient. Okay? Because 7a to the third is a term, isn't it? The numerical factor of a term is the number that's leading the term. Okay? So if you had negative 3yz squared. What's the coefficient? Very good. So if you look at page 57, if you're there, we can take an expression like 6a squared minus 5ab plus 3b minus 12, and isn't this a term? And what about this? And so how many terms are in that expression? There's 4 terms in that expression. Okay? The 6, the negative 5, and the 3, those are all called coefficients. The negative 12 is a constant. And what we're trying to do here is develop a vocabulary, a common vocabulary that we can use when we're talking about expressions or we're talking about terms in a problem. And we don't have to say, hey, that thing in the middle with the 5 there. Okay? We can call that the term with a negative 5 as a coefficient. All right? And we know that the constant in this expression is negative 12. And that there's 4 terms. Okay? Everybody all right with that? Good. So now we're going to do a little bit of combining like terms. And then we're going to do some distributive property in combining like terms. So let's try this. We got a 2. And we're going to distribute it to a 3x minus 5 plus 4x. A number outside of parentheses means to take that number and multiply it by everything inside the parentheses, doesn't it? That, and that. So 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And 2 times 4x is positive 8x. Now, you guys remember the phrase combining like terms? How many terms are in here? There's 3 terms. How many constants? 1 constant. Like terms, when you're combining like terms, well, the 6x and the 8x are like terms. All right, they both have an x in them. So you can add those 2 together, can't you? 6x and 8x is and minus 10. And you can say that like terms, they have the same variable. And exponent. So 8x squared plus 2x squared is equal to, are they like terms, Madison? Why are they like terms, Madison? They both have x squared after them, don't they? So you can take the 8 and you can add it to the 2, and you're going to get 10x squared. How about a 5x minus 3 with a minus 3x, a plus 6y, and a plus 4? Now, looking at this problem, what can we combine, or what has like terms? Brandon?
5x and 3x.
The 5x and the
Negative 3x.
And the negative 3x. What else is like? Dan? The negative 3 and the positive 4. So when we combine like terms, we got 5x minus 3x, which is good, 2x. We got a negative 3 plus 4. Positive 1. And then we've still got a 6y in here, a positive 6y that you can't forget about. Plus 6y. Alright? Now, does that look right? The math is okay, but you want to get all your variables on the left. Okay? We want to go variables. When you're going to order these, we want to go 2x plus 6y plus 1. Okay? Any terms that have variables in them, we're going to go alphabetical. If the variables had exponents, we want highest exponents on the left, moving to the right. Then we want to go alphabetical, moving to the right. And then your constants are all the way to the right. Negative 7. Negative 7m n to the 4th. And we're going to subtract 5m n to the 4th. Are they like terms? Why are they like terms? They have the same variables to the same power, don't they? So we take negative 7 minus 5, and you get negative 12 m n to the 4th. Okay, I want you to write this one down. When I write it down, I want you to try it on your own, and I don't want you to look up in case you get stuck. Okay? If you get stuck, then look up. Otherwise, just try to finish it and then check your answer. So you got n plus 5 minus 17n plus 3. So combine your like terms and look up when you're done. And when you look up and check it, if you got negative 16n plus 8, I want you to stomp your right foot on the ground when I get to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Who didn't get negative 16n plus 8? What'd y'all get? What happened? What'd you get? N minus 17n. So that's 1n minus 17n.
Why is it minus?
Because there's a negative sign in front of the 17. It means the same thing.
Okay, I added the n to the 17.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad we did this one then. This is, what you're combining here is you're combining a 1n and a negative 17n. And 1 and negative 17 is negative 16, right? Then you're combining a positive 5 and a positive 3 to get the positive 8. Make any more sense? Try. Same deal. Try it and then look up. Let's see. Negative 4m minus n plus 1 plus 2n. If you got that, stomp your right foot on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That was a little louder. That was good. Any questions on that one? Nothing to combine with the negative 4m, was there? Okay. This is, what's this? Negative 1n plus 2n. Negative 1 plus 2 is positive 1, but we don't write it. It's implied. There's nothing to combine with the positive 1, is there? So we just drop it down. Alright, here's your assignment for tonight. Your assignment for tonight is to find a video on the internet dealing with combining like terms. Combining like terms. Watch it. Copy an example. And you're going to turn it in tomorrow. Yeah, I'd like you to watch the whole video. But all I want you to do is copy down one example that they did on the video. Put your name on it. Maybe put the length of the video. Maybe put where you found it. And I'm going to collect that from you in class tomorrow. Okay? Easy enough? Any questions on that? Nicely done.